Jared Leto, 30 Seconds to Mars. Hey, I'm Chris Lipe, and we're going to be looking at the style of Jared Leto and what we can put from his voice into our voice with the right perspective. We're not going to try to imitate. We're not going to try to sound like Jared Leto, but we are going to take cues from how he sings and how he approaches melodies and learn a little something and inject some of that into our voice. If you'd like more help developing your own voice and open it up and see what it can really do, be sure to click the link below and join my free vocal course. Here's our first example. Particularly on the War album, he just has this extra eruptive quality. In this example, there's this sense of abandonment that happens. The moment to fight, to fight, to fight, to fight! Where he's using this sort of whisper compressed sound. The moment to fight, the moment to fight. It's not the moment to fight. It's kind of close. The moment to fight, the moment to fight. And his diction is really out front, really clear. And then it's just this, it's a fight! it's that. If you can't do that right there, where you just kind of let it erupt, then you're not going to get the essence of what he's doing here. You're not going to get the attitude, right? And you can hear that in his. It's all over. It's gritty. It's good. It's clearly that pitch. To fight, to fight, to fight. Start clean, and then go to the abandonment route. And this is where we're going to be looking for our break and combining our break, like I've done in other videos, to get that extreme breakup. To fight, to fight, to fight! Notice how I broke just a little bit as I was dialing that in, but I'm able to get that extreme grit by resting in that area. The moment to fight, to fight, to fight, to fight! To fight! Let it happen as you're dialing it in. Next. We were the... He's really all over that mic. He's letting his vowels and his energy go from here to here, transferring it forward, and you can hear him doing it. Freddie Mercury does that really well. We were the kings and queens of promise. And another thing that he's doing really well here, this is just part of the melody. He wants to sound forward and aggressive, and so he's not going to go, we were the kings and queens of promise. He's going to keep things as open as possible. We were the kings and queens. He does that the whole song over this line, and it works. It doesn't always work, but it does in this context. And I think it really makes the song the way he forms those vowels. Notice that little queens. We were the kings and queens. Emphasizing those consonants and then how he sits on that W. Queens! And lets his voice crack almost a little bit. Queens! It's a really cool sound. Next. What if I fell to the floor? He's so good at that breathy sound. Ooh, starts with fry. What if I fell to the floor? And then breathes out. He's using a lot of air there. He's not using complete closure. If you've seen my video on head voice versus falsetto, he's using this technique where he's letting lots of air through, even in the midst of a slight bit of compression. It's this combination, kind of a whisper sing. And he starts it with Fry. What if I fell? I mean, I'm almost out of breath even after those 3 words. What if I fell to the floor? And then breathing it out. This is a great way to add sort of pent-up aggression that's going to come out later. In this song, it definitely happens that way. Let's move on to another example in this song. Come break me down. Now here, he is intentionally diversifying the way things sound with the vowels. We don't want to approach this line, even though it's getting higher and it's a bit of a chesty mix. We want to be able to tell the difference so that we can understand what he's saying, but also so that it furthers the aggression of the line. If we did this, come break me down, that's not strategic. And he's a very strategic singer, even though he sounds really free. And he is free with his voice. He's also very calculated. With kings and queens, he did that a certain way to convey a certain type of aggression. And here, he has the flexibility in his voice to really place that vowel as an E. Come break me down. There's also this sense that me is a little bit lighter. Also notice the gap between come and break. There's an intentional break. He's not trying to do the whole line in one breath. And our last example. Times are changing. This is another line that I use as a warm-up often. Times are changing. Practice hitting that note differently. I like the rasp that he uses. Of course, it's also doubled and there's effects and stuff like that. So it's tough to tell exactly what his voice sounds like raw, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is that it inspires me to do things in a certain way. I like how his intensity climbs with the notes. Times, he has almost this, which I hear a lot in his voice, almost this Bono thing happening as he climbs in intensity. There's this Bono shake, and you can hear it, especially in the War album. It's really a neat thing to sort of recognize the influence of Bono on his singing. Times, but there's this waver between, mixed cat sort of times are changing, and then as he goes higher, he actually darkens up, puts the mix back a little bit more. Times are changing, and then you get this nice open mix there. I hope you've enjoyed this commentary and breakdown on, again, one of my favorite singers out there right now. If you have any other ideas for other videos for the channel, please let me know. And again, be sure to join my free voice course if you want help developing your own voice and seeing what it can really do. We'll see you for more.